The Power Alley 22-foot home batting cage from Heater Sports, and I just wanted to show how to set it up and document that for everybody here. This is the box that I received. It comes with a net with the harness built inside for the Heater Sports pitching machines. It comes with 4 rope bundles. Each bundle has 2 ropes, so a total of 8 ropes. Instructions, tape, 4 support stakes with ropes, and then I have a total here of 24 fiberglass rods. 21 of them have metal tips on the end of them and 3 of them don't. And then I have 6 stakes here. That's what includes it with the package. And then they tell me for installation instructions I'll need something like a rubber mallet and a tape measure for laying out the sides of the cage. So I'll show you how to put this together. First thing I'm going to do here is lay out my batting cage according to the instructions. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out these fiberglass rods. These are what creates the arch of the batting cage. Each arch consists of 8 poles. 7 of them have a tip. 1 of them does not have a tip. This first one will be the one that goes in the ground stake first, and the ones with the tips will connect onto that and build to form the arch. What I'm going to do is once I've got these all laid out going across, I'm going to tape the joints with the provided tape where it slides into one another. What this does is prevents the poles from coming off of each other in case a ball hits it or in case the wind blows. This is for added security and protection, just to ensure the cage stays up. Next thing I'm going to do is take the rope bundles, 8 ropes, I'm going to put them on the poles now. What I'm going to do is go to the first loop, 3rd loop, 5th loop, and 7th loop on each arch. I'm going to tie a knot and go to the 2nd arch and tie another knot. There's going to be 4 ropes from arch 1 to 2 and 4 ropes from arch 2 to 3. So pieces 1, 3, 5, and 7. Okay, the next thing to do is put the net on. What we're going to do is put this over the top of the poles here, and once it's over, we'll lift the cage up. Now, in order to do this correctly with the netting, what the instructions say to do is to take this batting cage harness, and this is the way that it's going to go on, is in this way. This is where the pitching machine will pitch through. So what I like to do is take this here, and I'm going to line this up on whatever side the pitching machine is that we want to put it on. I'm going to put it on this side here, so I'm going to grab this netting, put it here first, and take the remaining of the net and sprawl it over the entire length of the cage. Next thing I'm going to do, once it looks like it's kind of laid out a little bit over the entire cage, I'm going to then lift up each arch and then pull the netting over it so it looks like it's fitting okay at this point. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 4 support stakes. What these are is, you'll notice the cage at this point is kind of sinking in on itself. These support stakes will go on the outside of each arch of the outer arches, and what it'll do is it'll pull everything out so it keeps its form. The way to attach this is I'm going to take it in through one hole in the netting. You can see on the netting it's got red lining. That lining corresponds with the arch. So I'm going to take this and line it up with the red lining through an arch. So I'm going to hook it on attachment parts 3 and 5. And the most important thing about this is when you attach it to the pole, make sure you don't attach it to the actual netting, because what I've been told is when it's attached to the netting and if a ball hits it, the net can't give, and so what it's going to do is eventually the ball's going to hit it with such force and break through the netting. So we want this net to sit on top of the entire arch system and kind of free flow in case the ball does hit it. Now that that's done, you can see the cage is completely set up at this point. You notice that in the inside, some of the black ropes are hanging quite loose. The reason for that is just because of the arches being pulled tight. So the final thing to do at this point, once everything's established and set up, is I'm going to go inside and just kind of play with each arch on the rope, the black ones, and pull them enough to where the arches look like they're straight up and down, and that there's as minimum of net sag as possible. So this is the last step. Cage is now set up completely. You'll see here, this is our batting cage harness. And what this will do is this is going to hook up the pitching machine from Heater Sports right into it. So we can pull back on it and hit right inside the cage for safety. There's some of the setups here. And there it is, all ready to go.